Hey everybody, how's it going? But I'm sitting down here. It's a Friday night. I'm listening to records and I'm cleaning records, and I thought, hey, this would be a great video for the channel. So I'm going to give you a little video here about cleaning records, and I'm not going to make you sit and watch me clean records. That would be like boring. So I'm just going to kind of give you a little synopsis of what we're doing here, okay? So yeah, come along. Okay, so the record cleaner that I have is called Spin Clean, and it uses this stuff right here called Spin Clean. It's a MK3, if you see that right there. And basically what you do is you take, it's the same thing. They give you 2 bottles when you buy it. You put a cap of this into this device here. You pour it right over them pads. You fill the water up to the line. You can see I'm a little bit over the line, but that's okay. And then you take the record and you clean, or you spin, which cleans. Like so, just like this. So this is a Rolling Stones Jumpin' Jack Flash. Dun, 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 dun. And you put it in there, and then you spin it. Okay, and you see you got these rollers here. One there and one there for the 7-inch record. And you spin it. My thumb's in the way. What poor quality. Now my camera's jumping around. Such an amateur here. But yeah, we are. We're having fun with it. We're having a blast. So you spin it, and you spin it. I don't know how many times you do it. I guess you do it till it looks clean. And then you pull it out of there, and that's what you got, okay? Now I take it an extra step. They give you these white cloths in the package when you buy that, and I go ahead and I dry them off with my hands. So that's that. It's dried off, and drying it off helps get rid of some of the dirt as well. And then I put it over in a pile, as you can see. I've been doing this a while tonight, and let it dry. It says you get about 50 records per tank, and so I don't know, it's probably more than 50 there, but basically I just kind of watch until the water starts getting a little cloudy, which we just changed it. And once it does that, then I go ahead and I change the water. So yeah, so that's the record cleaning device. Now a lot of guys, you're going to watch some videos on this, and there's probably going to be some guys that you're referred to by YouTube that are doing the same thing. And a lot of guys, they hate on this product. One, it is manual. Okay, so you got to do the work. You got to do the spinning. You got to do the work. But if you're sitting around listening to records, what's the big deal about that, right? You do the work. Another is, those pads. You're basically just rubbing it across 2 pads. There's no ultrasonic to it. There's no motor to it. So you're probably not getting them as clean, but you're also not paying as much money. My goal is to eventually get one of the motorized ultrasonic ones. That is my goal. But for tonight, like I said, I'm sitting here on a Friday night. We're listening to records, and I thought, well, let's clean some of these records. I've been having skate issues on my turntable where the needle's just filling up with so much dust that it's just skating across the records. And I know it's because some of these records are just that old, so there's some solution that you spray on, and you use a little brush, and that does an okay job too. But I think this actually does better. So, if you're going good, better, best, good is the spray on with the pad, and this is better, and then best is the ultrasonic, and then there's some top end, high dollar stuff too. So I guess that would be like good, better, best, bestest. Yeah, I'm having fun with that. So anyway, yeah, I wanted to show you that tonight, and let you see how that works and what's going on with that. Here, I'll show you something else on this thing. So you've got 45s, and then you put it in that one, and you've got 78s, and you put it in that one, and you've got 12 inches. And the same thing over here. So you got to move them both. You don't just move one. But tonight we're doing 45s, so we're going to leave that right there. Now, I picked, probably 5,000 45s about a year ago. Well, less than a year ago. And, a lot of them are for my store and resell, but a lot of them I kept because there was some cool stuff in there. And so some of these things, they're just really, really dirty. They sat in the guy's basement for years, he said, and some of them are out in boxes in a storage container out in his yard, and some are in the back of a pickup truck, or not a pickup truck, but a semi-truck trailer. Dirty, just dirty stuff. Some of them are really old. And then I've got some old records here. Let me show you one that I cleaned earlier tonight. This is Little Space Girl, and here, let me get my glasses on so I can see what I'm seeing. And yeah, this is Jessie Turner, Little Space Girl. And as you can see, I see right there, it says Gail. That is my aunt. And this record's probably older than I am, and it hasn't played worth 2 cents in 30 years. So we cleaned it tonight. We're going to put it on here in a few minutes and see how it does. See if it at least is playable. You know, I understand you can't make an old record new. No matter how much money you spend, you can't make an old record new. The grooves wear out, right? But we want to see if it's playable. So another reason I'm doing this is I've been ripping my 45s to digital. I started this 2020, COVID year. I started doing that. And here we are, year 23, and we probably still got another a couple hundred 45s to do. 45s, you only get 2 songs, right? If you do A and B, so it's not like albums, but it takes longer because it's up, down, up, down, up, down. You know, you're getting up and down every 3.5 minutes for, most of your top 40 records. But, it's fun. You get to hear some of these songs you ain't heard in a long time, and then you get to hear the B-sides, and some of the B-sides are really good. Mellencamp always put songs on B-sides that weren't released on albums. Springsteen did kind of the same thing. Seeger did the same thing in some of his late, start like in the late 80s until 45s kind of faded out. Some guys it's the filler stuff. Some guys it's the worst track on the album. Some guys it's a live version of a song, or even the song on the A side. Some guys use an old song and put it on there. That way maybe you'll buy the old song, which gives the new song record sales for back in the chart, back when they were monitoring charts that way, and, they were realistic charts as to units that were actually sold. That was just an old trick that they used to do. So, yeah, you get to hear the B-sides, and some of them are just absolutely terrible, and some of them are like, man, that's kind of cool. Like the other day I was doing, who was it, Cinderella, and the B-side, I don't remember what it was, but it was a good track. And I'm like, oh, this is kind of cool, So anyway, good stuff. You get to hear good stuff that way. Some of these I only know from the CD because I never really listened to the record, so I don't know the B-sides. So anyway, yeah, we're cleaning records tonight and sitting around, hanging out by the record machine, cleaning some records and listening to them while we clean them. And we thought, well, we'd show you guys just one of the methods that we use for cleaning records. And we'll show you a couple more here in a few minutes. Okay, in this shot, I'm getting you up close and personal. If you see this record, this is one of the records from that pic I was telling you about, where they sat outside and in the back of a semi-truck trailer and outside in the shed. See that right there? Yeah, that's pretty gross. So we're going to try to clean that. So we're going to put it in here, and we're going to give it a couple spins, or a few spins. And we'll see what that looks like when we get it out. Okay, now this one's extra dirty, so I'm probably giving it some extra spins, and that's okay. Alright, so we take it out, and what do we got? Well, it's still there a little bit, but most of it is gone. So now, see, it's still right there a little bit. So now we take this towel, and it just wipes right off. You see that? Yep, like no issues at all. It just wipes right off. So it does break down that dirt, and it does wipe off. But I mean, again, you're doing the work on this, okay? You're doing all the effort. But there you go. That thing is clean. So I don't know. I don't hate on the thing like some folks do. I think it's kind of cool to have. It's better than having nothing. I'm going to show you a couple other ways that I sometimes clean records. So I thought this would be a good one for a comparison. Look at that one. That's in that same pic. And look at that mud that's built up on there. B.B. King music, okay? So we got this stuff off of Amazon, and it's called Record Cleaner. And basically, you take it and you spray it onto the record. Okay? Yep, you do it like that. And then you take this brush right here, and you go around, you spin the record, you clean the record. Okay? So I don't know if you can see that. Yeah, there you can, right there. But got to go backwards on the camera. It's still on there. So let's take the cloth and see if the cloth brings it off, and if that bottle is just as good as the stuff. So yeah, the cloth took it right off. So the bottle is probably the same solution that's in the Spin Clean, the MK3. Probably the same thing. It does the same thing. So I guess it's just how you want to do it. Now you see the back side, and it's got a spot on it too. So we're going to put that in the solution here. Let me move the camera around for you. Okay, put that back in the solution. Spin this around. Bring it out, and that is still right there. We're going to wipe it off, and this one takes a little more elbow grease, it looks like. But yeah, that record has cleaned up pretty nicely. So I would at least put it on the turntable that I want to play. If it's going to play well enough for me to know. that I'm okay with having it on the record player with the needle and not doing damage to the needle. So that's 2 ways that we have cleaned records before. And here's another one. This is a home brew right here, okay? So this one, the guy where I used to live at the last house before we moved, I found him online, and he sold me this. And this you're supposed to put with distilled water, and makes about 8 gallons. And you see I can, I've used a bit of it over the years. Actually, I think this is my 3rd bottle that I had from him. And all my vinyl albums, this is what I used when I was doing my vinyl albums. I would just spray this stuff on. I'd mix it into a squirt bottle, and I spray it on, and then I take, I didn't have these at the time, but I take some T-shirts, really soft baby T-shirts, work really good, and I'd clean them, and, it really cleaned up the albums. I mean, like I said, I've done all my albums over the years, and they're all converted to digital, other than the ones that I've added in, or that I keep adding in recent years. So I love this stuff as well. I do. I really like this stuff, but I don't know how to get a hold of this guy anymore, and that's all that's left. So we got 1 bottle, 2 bottles, and the MK3, 3 bottles, and they all do a pretty decent job. Some people use soap and water. That's all they use, and I've done that before as well. It just doesn't seem to get that deep dust out of them grooves to where you don't have skate problems. Some people use a dishwasher. I tried that one time. I did a pick, and it was just some old records, and man, they were like that BB King that I just showed you, except worse. And their albums, okay, so they're not 45s. So I put them in the dishwasher, and I washed them, and they come out. Now, you don't use the dry cycle because you don't want the heat, but they come out after they had dried, and basically we just spread the mud around. That's all we did. We just took the dirt and just spread the mud around, and everything was muddy and everything was dirty, and the labels were muddy, the labels were dirty. And my wife said, "You're not doing that in my dishwasher no more." So that's the one and only time I ever tried a dishwasher. Now I see some guys on YouTube, they have really good success with that, and that's cool. But it's dishwasher. Wife doesn't really like doing that. So anyway, that's some different ways that we clean records until we get the ultrasonic. Anybody got the ultrasonic? I'd like to hear from someone that has the spin clean, the yellow spin clean that we showed you tonight, and has the ultrasonic. And I want to know if there's a major difference. If the only difference is you don't have to do the work, then I'm not going to spend the money. Okay? I'm a cheapskate, and I don't mind doing the work. I like being involved in the process. It's, again, something to do while I'm sitting down listening to records, and I know if they're clean, and I know if I want to do them again. So if it's just doing the manual labor versus not doing the manual labor, then, it's probably not worth the money to me, because these are big dollars. And if I spend big dollars and it's just now I get to be lazy, I'm probably not going to be happy that I spent the money. So if you are watching this video and you've had experience with both, I'd love to hear your honest opinion on them. And if, the ultrasonic, the motor-powered one, if that's worth the money. So let's try this little Space Girl real quick. Hopefully it's old enough I don't get in trouble for copyrights. And let's see if a record cleans up. Okay, Jessie Lee Turner, Little Space Girl, released in 1959. There's my aunt's name. She wrote her name on it. Now, I don't know if she bought it new or if she bought it later years. 1959, my mom would have been about 10, 11, 12 years old. So my aunt's younger, so she'd have been younger than that. So, again, I don't know if it was bought new or if it was bought later, in life. Sometimes you grow up and you get a job and you make money and you buy records from youth. So I don't know the story on that. Maybe if my mom sees this video one day, she can tell me. But let's see if that cleaner made this thing playable. All right, so it's got some vinyl sound. It's got some vinyl sound on it. But I tell you what, that is the best that record has sounded in years. I'm telling you that. Like, the last time I tried playing this thing, you could not even play it. It was so scuffy and not scratches, but scuffy and dirty, and it just had the vinyl noise. This is at least playable. I mean, that's pretty cool, guys. That's pretty cool. 1959, so let's see, 60 to 23 is 63. That's a 64-year-old record right there. Still doing its thing. Very cool. Let's try BB King. So going back to the Little Spaceman before I tried BB King, I remember trying that when I first started doing the records, because a lot of the records I did first were family, collectibles and stuff. I couldn't even record it. I mean, the needle just wouldn't stay on it. So that's awesome. I mean, that's just awesome. So yeah, we're going to try BB King now. So here we go, BB King. This has not been in my family for any length of time. This is actually a pick that I did. I don't know where this came from. I don't even remember what pick it was. Now listen to that. Hardly no noise at all. Oh yeah, I just told you what pick it was. This was the one that the big pick I did, where this thing had sat outside forever. It had sat outside in the pickup truck, or in the basement, or not the pickup truck, the semi-trailer, or in the basement of the guy's house. That's right. I'm sorry, I misspoke there. But I'm not going to edit that out. I'm just going to tell you, leave it as it is, because this is reality TV, because it's real. No, this is not reality TV. This is real TV. I should have played it before I did it, but you know, I don't want to ruin my needle. I don't want to do that to my needles, but that sounds pretty good, doesn't it? Yeah, listen to that. Memphis Blues, BB King, the legend. So anyway, that's a little video about cleaning records and what we have here, and you know, what the results are. I'm happy with that. I'm happy with that. Did I do the work? Yes. But you know what? I was probably, what's the last set of records I did? I just did some old country. So I was probably listening to Crystal Gale of Conway Twitty while I was cleaning those couple of records. A minute ago I did some Def Leppard. I'm getting ready to do some Rolling Stones. So, you know, you get to listen to records and hang out and just relax, and very cool stuff. So anyway, that's my video on cleaning records. Hope you enjoyed it. Thanks for watching. Give the page a like. I know I'm not probably as polished as some of the guys out there. I watch some of you guys, man, you're awesome. Like, you're an inspiration to me. You make me want to hurry up and go downstairs and do like 20 videos, you know. And I love watching your videos, and I'm going to go back and watch some of these ones, and I'm going to start talking about them and giving them some, and telling you who they are, so that you guys can check them out if you haven't already found them, because some of these guys are really cool. I usually flip at night. My wife falls asleep and I'm in bed, and I can do it on my TV, and on TV it's kind of hard to, you know, do the likes and the subscribes, so I pay attention to who it is, and then when you log into YouTube on the computer or on the phone, it brings that stuff up. So then I go ahead and do the likes and the subscribe. So hopefully you'll give me a like and subscribe as well, and tell your friends about our channel, and see if we can't make this thing grow a little bit. And I'll tell you about some other channels out there here in the near future, and we'll do another video real soon. Have a great day. All right, guys, one more edit before we let you go. It's been a couple hours. I've probably done 50, 60 records. I want to show you the solution, so that you see this thing really does work. It takes the dirt off the record. So yeah, I want to give you a look at this. Yeah, you see how dark that is? And there's a light right over my head. So it's not because there's no light. Yeah. So yeah, it takes some dirt off some records. It's pretty cool. And those of you that are kind of maybe not loving that one because it is manual, I think I see why you don't love it. Look at that hand. Ooh, got a couple blisters coming from holding the 45 and turning it while I'm wiping it. A couple blisters coming. So I got smart though. I put a hand in each towel to pad that hand so that it's not hitting the side of the record as I'm turning it and wiping it dry. Anyway, fun times. We played everything tonight, from the Whispers to the Rolling Stones to Elvis to you name it, while we've been cleaning records. And we got a little bit more to go. It's still kind of early here on a Friday night, so we're going to change that water and do a few more. Thanks for watching.